Hey everybody, welcome back, and in today's video I'm going to talk about how to embrace being uncomfortable. So obviously if you are watching some of my videos and you're trying to be self-improvement and you're struggling with depression and anxiety and you're trying to get through that and work on those things, you're going to have to put yourself in situations that are uncomfortable. You're going to have to do things that you don't want to do, right? Things that you think you might not be able to do and you're afraid and you're scared. Even for those of you who maybe don't have depression and anxiety, you're just watching this video, there's things that you do try to do that make you uncomfortable as well, and you maybe want a tip or, a way that you can go about it to maybe give yourself the best chance to succeed. So obviously everything starts with the mindset. Right? You have to put yourself in the right mindset to succeed. And I believe that a good way to do this is to start with the belief that Tom Bilyeu says. Now, if you don't know who Tom Bilyeu is, he has his channel Impact Theory. If you don't know who he is, you should go check it out. I'll put a link to his channel in the description below. But Tom Bilyeu says that once he learned this thing, it really clicked for him and everything took off. Now what he learned was to say to yourself, I can learn anything. That statement alone is so powerful because once you understand that that is true, you no longer fear really being uncomfortable because you say to yourself, I can learn anything. So it's just a matter of, do I want to learn that? And if you do, you understand, now you may suck in the beginning, but as you develop the skills, you will get better over time. I think what ends up happening a lot of times for us is we get crippled with this uncomfortable feeling or this fear, right? And then we end up never starting. And because we never start, we can never get better, right? And because we don't get better, we'll never want to do the thing. So I believe that if you just adopt that philosophy of I can learn anything, once you adopt that philosophy, then you're more likely to put yourself in a better position mentally to go do the thing that makes you uncomfortable, right? There's a bunch of examples, right? If you want to approach girls and say, I'm too shy, I can't do that, that's not something that I'm good at, right? Whereas those are all negative statements. If you say to yourself, I can learn anything, now it's a matter of, do you want to put in the time to get better at approaching girls and to be able to talk to more, right? And that works for job and anything else, right? If you see a career path that you might want to go down, even if it's not your quote-unquote strong suit, well, everybody learns everything, right? So it's not your strong suit because you haven't taken the time to make it your strong suit, because you haven't taken the time to learn the skills you need to learn to make it your strong suit. But if maybe after watching this you feel like that mindset shift will help you do that. And if it's not something that you're naturally good at, which by the way, I don't really like that whole phrasing anyways, because if you're naturally good at something, it means that you didn't have to work. Almost anybody who's been good at anything has worked and studied and done a tremendous amount of work. And with this new mentality shift, right, you no longer fear sucking, right? Because you understand, I may be bad now, but I will learn to be better, right? And that goes for anything. Learning how to cook, learning how to, be a real estate agent, right? Learning how to play a new sport, right? Learning how, to cut hair. Like, that's why it's so funny, because they joke about it all the time. Because it's like, I no longer care, right, what other people's opinion. If I'm bad at any of those areas, right, I joke about being bad at sex all the time, right? If I am bad at any of those areas, that's okay. I just need to continue to keep doing it, and then I will get better, right? So I no longer have this thought process of, if I'm bad today, I will always remain bad. It is, if I'm bad today, what skills or, tools do I need to improve to get to the next level? And that's with literally everything in life. And when you start to live your life this way, with the understanding that I can learn anything, it makes every decision much easier. Because now it's not a decision of, would I be good at it? That has nothing to do with it. It's a decision of, do I want to put in the work and the time to study and get better at it? And if the answer is yes, then you've made your decision and you understand it's going to be a lot of work and you're ready to put in the work, right? You no longer say, well, I'm not talented at that, so I can't do that, right? And that's a very disempowering statement. You can't do that because you're not good. Well, you're only not good because you haven't put the time to get good. So that's the end of the video. It was really quick, right? Maybe watch this a couple times though, because I need you, if you're watching, to have that sink in, right? And even if you're talking sports, right? Talent is not as prevalent as you think. A lot of the athletes that become professional athletes aren't natural born athletes. There is a tremendous amount of work and, just dedicated time to get better at their position or their sport or their craft, right? It's not like even singers, musicians, right? It takes a lot of time to get good at playing the instrument, or if they're a singer, it takes a lot of practice to get good at honing your skills and making your voice sound the way it does, right, when you're live. So it kind of helps you move away from the talent thing and understand that hard work and work ethic, right, are way more important, and they really determine whether you're more successful than actual talent. Again, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope this brought you some value. If it did, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Have a good one.